Hello, Paragon tubers, and welcome back. Let's play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance with me, Blue Ankylo. We are starting Chapter 13, which has a guiding wind, so to speak. And, at this point, I probably don't even need to really say it, but in case you're wondering, yes, I do my preps ahead of time, and then we give a short overview of what is done. Although this time I am going to do a few things because I saved them for you guys. So I'm not doing it all off camera. Just some of the more thinky, time-consuming things. Got to keep these episodes from going on forever. I did look at my backlog, and we have quite a lot of videos recorded already of long length too. So these are long games, and I want to do Path of Radiance, Stranger Radiant Dawn. So if I go too slowly, we'll never get through it. All right, beep boop. Probably sold something. Spent most of it on crafting. I think I crafted the bow, which was pretty expensive. Forged bow. And killed a bunch of birds, which were good XP. Excuse me. Rolf actually got MVP. Look at that. Good job, little buddy. We'll never use him again. Alright. Beep boop. Report conclude. Oh, wow. Straight into preps. Well, that's convenient. Not always like that. Okay, let's do info first. I don't know if these 1, 2, 3 stars things means much. I feel like usually 1 star is like minor discussion, no in-game effect, just like background details. 2 star might be slightly more relevant story stuff, but still very skippable and no mechanical difference. Whereas the 3 star ones often, maybe not always, but it seems to be like relevant and sometimes also a literal like here's some money or a new item or something. So if you only do the 3 stars, I don't think you miss anything. But then again, you can just click them and skip them if you don't want to read them. It's not that big a deal. Commander, how are you? Of staring at the sea. I know. You're George. Jorge? He doesn't even really look very Latino, but we go Jorge. You make weapons. No, Jorge buys used wares. I'm his twin brother. Daniel. You can't even tell us apart. Racism? Well, mostly. Twins. He does have blonde hair, however, so it shouldn't be that hard. My name is Daniel. Remember that. Brown hair, Daniel. Blonde hair, Jorge. You'll be fine. Brown hair, weapons, Daniel. Blonde hair, Jorge. Items. Ike is never going to remember. Fantastic. Say, can I ask you a quick question? You're a battle expert, right? You fought a lot? I have fought at least 12 battles. Sure, yeah, what? Picture this. Let's say there's 2 ships. Suppose their planks are connecting. 3 different points. Is this guy actually psychic? I mean, this is totally never going to happen in the real world, right? Alright, I can picture it. Now then, soldiers from one ship are about to attack the other one. Okay. Imagine the defending side has fewer soldiers. If they want to mount a solid defense, what do? It seems clear. Position the soldiers with the best defense on the flanks. On the planks. Not the flanks. The choke points, so to speak. Soldiers like cavaliers and knights. Why would you have cavalry on a boat, though? By the way, that is silly. Come on, tacticians. I know it's a video game, but horses don't love tiny, cramped core. Like they're field animals, not boat animals. I don't know. Traveling, like shipping horses by boat, obviously happens, but I don't think you're fighting on them on the top of the deck. Let's say. I think you just have panicked horses. Anyway, you'd hold the enemy at bay using your strongest allies to block the crossing points. That makes sense. Yes, then you'd have long-range attackers line up behind them and units barring bridges. Or more importantly, have flyers that can flank and fly around, of course. I'm talking about anyone with javelins, axe, magic. You can do a lot of damage without much risk. That's a good defensive plan. But it seems rough on the soldiers on the bridges. Well, that's why you've got a mounted healer that can move up and heal them and get out of the way. Well, yes, you gotta heal them, but maybe there's a way to reduce the damage. What if I don't have them attack? Then they won't have to be counterattacked. This is very... this is very game logic coded. This is a tutorial. In real life, this isn't how things work exactly, but sure, don't attack, don't take damage, and you will survive longer if you can't be healed up. This is actually, to be fair, this is like, I wouldn't say like advanced Fire Emblem, but this is like maybe intermediate, not super obvious to new players tactics, maybe, depending on you guys. You know, some people maybe are smart, but for us dummies, you know, it's nice to have it laid out as like, what if you don't attack the boss, but you move adjacent and let him attack you first? Like, that's actually, yes, you should do that. It is situationally very helpful. All right, you're pretty smart there, Daniel. Great, thanks. You gave me some ideas too. Like, oh, my brother and I play a war game. I've lost 4 times in a row. They're basically playing Risk or something, maybe? I don't know. What kind of game would be similar? They're just playing Fire Emblem. Soren is the computer. They have him calculate the rolls. He does the random rolls. They move the units around. They're just playing, you know, the first Fire Emblem game, the whatever it was called, the one with Marth, I think. Yeah. War game. We'll let you join in if you bring some parchment. Come see us if you're curious. See you later. I mean, it could just be chess, but psh, lame. They're playing Fire Emblem, right? There's no choke points in chess. Well, I mean, the battlefield is static at the very least. Anyway, story time. Well, well, if it isn't our commander, what brings you down here? Wink, wink. I'm just on my way to the deck. You know, it's a small boat. Oh, I see. That's too bad. I had a story I wanted to share. Oh, a story. And it's quite a ripping yarn, is it? Interesting. I've not heard that phrase very often. A ripping yarn. Sure. Well, actually, I don't like stories. Oh, you're so rude. And after you were so sweet the other day. What? Well, the crows attacked. I wanted to see what they looked like, so I was hiding on the deck watching. I had heard they could fly, of course, but I had no idea they could fight. I thought one of them had the drop on you, and I couldn't help myself. I cried out, "Commander, watch out!" I thought I'd heard a strange shrieking sound. Oh, I thought I heard a strange shrieking sound. That was you? And upon hearing my sweet voice, Commander, you turned around and brought down the crow with one shot. Wait, was that when I... Wait a second, that was the crit that killed the bird with the coin that fell in the ocean. You owe me one gold coin. No, he was just exhausted. And that's when you first caught my eye, my dynamic young commander. Is that why your hand always lingers on mine? Does Ike need an adult? Oh, no. Have I been too obvious? Maybe I should send some others to get my gear. You're embarrassed. You're so cute when you're being coy. But once I set my sights on a man, I never let him get away. Remember that. Just gonna murder all the other girls in our court. A little bit, tsundere, yandere? I don't know, one of the deres. One of them. I'm not up on, anime culture, but she's one of those, right? Woman. Thanks, woman. Alright, Jill. Hey, we're supposed to talk. Apparently you're joining my mercenaries. Aren't you an enemy soldier, though? Hey. What's up? Is there any reason you're still here? The crows are gone. Truce is over? Question mark? ... I have a duty as a Dane soldier. I cannot allow a Crimean princess and her band of mercenaries to run free where they will. Okay. If you want to fight, I mean, yes, let's go. Think you can take us all on your own? Because, if you want to get your friends, I won't stop you from leaving. We're very honorable. Well, watching you all fight those crows like a band of street rats with sick, I can see you're no match for me. Literally half the stats of my mainline units. But even if I were to leave the ship, the land is too far away for me to reach. I mean, nonsense. There's land right there. You could just fly over there with your wyvern. How did you follow us for a month? Literally, in-game canonically, I believe. She flew, probably stopping along the way, of course, but she flew from the port of Toa, or whatever it's called, for a month before we got stuck fighting those crows. I believe it was 1 month exactly, or approximately. No wyvern could fly that far without resting, and these islands are thick with scum. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't leave this ship. I mean, are we really feeding her wyvern? Do we have enough food for them? Then let me ask you, why did you follow us alone knowing that you're stranded? I wanted to be recognized. I want deeds to earn my fame. A soldier has little else to strive for. Except now you're a traitor. You've literally helped us escape with the princess. Do you really think the friggin' Ashnard and the Black Knight are going to be like, oh, it's okay. She was trying to kill them and then decided to save them. And now we're friends. Like, come on, girl. You're already in too deep. I mean, yeah, you used to sneer at mercenaries. At least we fight for real. Something for real. There's some dumb soldiers out there. Yeah, I mean, real life. It's true. Not all, but, you know. Recruitment standards aren't always the highest. Dot, dot, dot. Well, you leave us no choice. I'll take you to Benyon, and then you'll be arrested and tried for war crimes as a racist murder hobo. Invading conqueror. You know what the Ukrainians do to defectors? Well, they probably don't kill them, to be fair. But you're not really defecting. You just sort of showed up. As long as you're on my ship, you will not utter the phrase half-beast. I'll kick you off right now. Oh. I am generous, but I have limits. Good job, Ike, setting some healthy boundaries with the racist girl. In fact, I mean, I don't remember Jill's backstory super well, but I think she might be into it. She likes that strong men giving her, like, firm boundaries. Like, you know, it doesn't need to be abusive, but, like, some people are into that, right? Like, they like that assertive, like, confidence. It's very important. I feel like for Jill, don't beat around the bush. She hates, like, the whole story with her and Har, who's just lazy and sleepy. Whatever, I don't care, blah, blah. She hated that. She hates that indecisive laziness. Ike is proactive. He gets what he wants. He tells people to shut the F up, you know? Maybe the harem grows by another woman. Every game, man. Every game. I'm just saying, there has to be something we can do. Boyd and boy, you're not making sense. I understand your enthusiasm, but try to explain. We can't do anything until we know exactly what it is you want. You're so impatient, Oscar. I was just getting to it, alright? Impatient? You're calling me impatient, but you're the one that's so impatient you couldn't even put your armor on. Nag. He really should put some armor on. He was at 5 defense for like 10 levels. Come on, man. Is that how Fire Emblem works? You get a level up, your defense goes up by 1. You patch on like a shoulder pauldron or a glove or, you know, one helmet, 1 boot. That's 1 point of defense is 1 iron boot. Nag. Listen, I think we should come up with an unstoppable killer attack. Okay, nice. An unstoppable attack, yeah! Doesn't it? I'm glad you approve, Pee-wee. Don't call me Pee-wee. It's fine, but how do we do this? Well, I've just came up with the idea. You gotta figure out the details. Make it cool, though, boss. Boscar. Boyd. Let me do it. I'll figure it out. Great. Genius child. No way, forget it. It's too much for your little tiny baby brain. I told you, don't say I'm a baby. Well, they don't like to admit it, but I guess they're pretty close. I mean, they're brothers. So, they are referring to something that we can do at some point in the game if we really want to. In other Fire Emblems, there is what's known as the triangle attack. It is usually 3 Pegasus Knights, or Falcon Knights, whatever. And they tend to all be 3 girls that are either sisters, or soldier friends, or princesses, or whatever. You know, the standard. And they have to have 3 adjacent... You have to position all 3 of them sort of in an adjacent triangle around the enemy. The last one that attacks gets a special attack that's usually not worth the effort. But it is kind of cool that it exists, and every now and then I like to show it off. It's worse in Path of Radiance, though, because the triangle attack exists, but it's only for these 3 units, and it's very difficult to use all of them. I mean, Oscar's pretty good most of the time. Boyd can be good, but is not necessarily guaranteed to be good. And Rolf is honestly usually pretty bad. Unless you specifically favor him a ton and, you know, get him some really good levels. And he's still an archer, which is tricky, but the real problem is it's bows only. So, unlike using lances that all the Pegasus Knights can always equip from the beginning, we need 3 specific units that each have a bow equipped. Which means Rolf can do it. Boyd needs to get promoted, which will give him bows. Oscar needs to be promoted, and then he has to choose bows. Like, spoiler alert, but paladins go whatever their starting weapon, and they get to learn a new one of sword, lance, axe, or bow. One of the physical weapons. Usually you want axes because they're better, but in theory you could go lance, bow, Oscar, promoted, Rolf promoted or not, Boyd promoted with a bow, and then he can do a triangle attack. I guess maybe I will try. I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to bother with it, but it is something, it's content. And as much as generally axes are better on promoted cavalry, lances are fine. Like, if you were a sword cavalry, I would definitely not take bows, because then you'd have 1 range only and 2 range only, and no 1-2 range javelins and hand axes, which is just not great. But I guess we could probably go lance bow for them. I don't know. In terms of supports, yes, definitely Kieran, Oscar. Hey Kieran, how you doing? What the? Oscar, how I loathe that name. Don't give such pleasant greetings, I care not for them. What? Oh ho, don't tell me you've forgotten our 2nd year of enlistment, the year we completed horsemanship. There was a final race to the end of the year. My beloved horse and I were flawless, but you beat us by the smallest of margins. What now? That race? Yes, that was fun, but I thought the distance was like 3 lengths? Liar! Deceitful, lying, squinty coward. Look at him squinting right now. That was the very moment I marked you as my arch-rival. Don't pretend not to care. Okay, I didn't know that. But why? I must know why you left the Crimean knighthood without a word of explanation. I devoted myself to training with my horse. I would work day and night so I could best my arch-rival. And thanks to my extreme devotion, I didn't realize you were gone until 6 months later. Delinquent! Renegar! Wait, Kieran, how is that my fault? You're the one that left! You didn't say goodbye, man! Come on! Anyway, Kieran doesn't really have a lot of good support options, so it's just Oscar, Marcia if you want to use them. That makes sense. And then Marcia will be Kieran and someone. We'll figure that out later. Oscar's got more competition because Ike is good. But Ike Kieran, we can probably go A rank Kieran because I think Ike wants A rank Soren because Soren has no other friends. Not that I've been really taking advantage of supports just yet. It's a process. Yeah, I'm not really planning these supports out very much. It's just we're just kind of doing whatever we do. Interestingly enough, Oscar doesn't support Rolf. Rolf doesn't have supports with his brothers. It's kind of weird. But I guess they get a passive crit bonus, and that's okay. Alright, that's done. You will find that I spent most of the bonus XP we have on people that are almost a level up, like, these guys over here. And I think I specifically fed Jill a couple levels because, she needs a little bit of help getting started, as is tradition for new units. I will say, up to this chapter, if you could save like 500 bonus XP for the next chapter, there's someone we're going to recruit that really would like some levels early on. Definitely a good idea. I've been spreading it out a little bit, and I wanted to make sure, people like, where is she? Mist, somewhere in here. Wanted to make sure Mist was viable because I want to get her promoted. There she is. So I might have given her a little bit, and I definitely gave Rolf a little bit more than I needed. I've been a bit spendy, basically. But we still have some left, so I'll use it here, and that'll be fine. In terms of gearing this time around, I think I forged a lance for Jill, because she doesn't have a special lance. For now, we don't have any, really good stuff unlocked, not, endgame viable. So just getting more +5 iron lances and axes and stuff, pretty solid. You could definitely forge yourself a sword if you wanted. I know I talked about that last time too, but I just don't think it's as important as the lances and axes. But yeah, maybe I should get a +5 sword for Ike eventually. I'd rather do a +5 steel sword if I had the option. In terms of shopping, nothing special here. In the armory, you can buy steel stuff. No steel bows. I actually would have bought a steel bow if it was for sale. I would have liked to bring 1 steel bow to the next map, but whatever. And then you can finally buy a light tome 1 chapter after you can craft them. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, that's the basic outfit stuff. I'll show you the summary in a second. Let's see what happens with this weird idea of like two boats being connected. Ike, there's someone here claiming to be an envoy from the theocracy of Benyon. She's been asking if the Princess of Crimea is aboard. What should we do? A Benyon envoy? How did she know about the ship? How did she get here? How'd they find us? Perhaps word from King Gallia? On the other hand, this is Benyon we're speaking of. I imagine it has spies in every corner of the continent. Perhaps one of those spies is the source of the information. Maybe one of the spies is in your mercenary band right now. I mean, it's probably... So, we shouldn't be surprised that she knows about Princess. No, but it is extremely unusual for Benyon to send an envoy to meet the Princess, whom they do not even acknowledge. What? It is a complicated matter, beep boop. You see, the envoy is essentially an extension of the Empress herself. Right. They've got... Benyon is, like, weird. I've never totally understood Benyon. It's like this ancient empire with a whole bunch of political drama and rules and stuff, and the nobles have sort of taken over. It's weird. Anyway, envoy is extra important. More than just, like, a diplomat, let's say, I guess. Both Crimea and Dain were once part of Benyon. Both nations have only recently splintered from theocracy. Yeah, also a theocracy, which is a little weird. It's like the Pope, sorta. I cannot fathom why the Empress would extend the courtesy of an envoy to a nation she must consider somewhat beneath her. I don't know, Crimea's cool. She must be planning something. Beneath her? That's something somewhat harsh. Sir Empathy, remember? Most empathetic young lad there is, has none. Just logical like a computer. Harsh, but true. Clothing it in sweet words will not hide the bitterness, will it? Soren, yeah. I'm not very tactful, but you're worse. I will attempt. I will endeavor to be more diplomatic. Installing diplomatic software 1.0. Ike, Nasir, you have no need to scold Soren. His words are just that. They do me no harm. I'm not hurt. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, Princess, but he really should mind his matters. Error, files corrupted, diplomacy unable to install. Deciding how we ought to treat the envoy is more of a pressing issue. Princess, will you meet? I believe I must. We gain nothing by refusing. Let's meet the envoy. Hey, envoy, how's it going? Ah, Tanith. Okay, she's cool. I mean, I like her outfit, and she's also pretty cool. Princess Elincia of Crimea, I presume? Yeah. It is an honor to meet you. My name is Tanith. I am Deputy Commanding Officer of Benyon's Holy Guard. I must ask, what would Benyon want of me that she would send her Holy Guard? The Apostle has learned of you, Princess Elincia, and she has come here to meet with you personally. The duty falls upon me to take you to her now. The Apostle? Am I to meet? Surely the Apostle has better things to do than... Will you accompany me? I suppose. We are the Princess's escorts, and we will be coming with her. I hope you understand. Of course. Then I will go with you. Thank you. Bad news, ma'am. Sighting lagoons near the Apostle's position. Birdmen. Crows. We've seen their kind before. They fancy themselves pirates without a ship. But they're thieves, plain and simple. Commander Sigrun is with the Apostle, and it will take more than a few winged scavengers to get past him. Let's remain calm. Actually, I'm afraid we aren't quite sure where the Apostle is. What? They kidnapped the Apostle? No. From what the commander said, the Apostle grew impatient and had another, more willful moment. I gotta say, the blue girl, Pegasus Knight, amazing armor choice. I mean, it's good breastplate, you know, defending your assets, you know, your heart and lungs, right? But the design choice of, like, what's holding that there? It's just glued on. Gotta say, I don't know about that. Usually breastplates have some straps and stuff. At least on Tanith, it looks like it connects up around the back and to her shoulders and stuff. Look, armor design in anime, Fire Emblem and stuff. Anyway, I asked at the docks, and one of the longshoremen said, heard her order the ship to set sail without us. What? Where were her attendants? What was she doing without her guard? Why can't she just stay put? I've told her time and time, seaports are rampant with pirates and crow thugs. Yeah, where is she? Well, the wind is poor today, so we think her ship would not be too far. I came here as quickly as I could. Understood. We move. Excuse me, is something wrong? Your Highness, I must apologize, but an urgent matter has arisen. I must attend. I will return for you later. Await my return. What was that about? Well, judging from her expression, I'd say something has happened to the person she's protecting. Say, do you think that ship over there might be involved? You know, they're flying that way. Mist is just like, look, over there, there's two ships fighting. And there's crows attacking them. It's like 5 meters away. How come you guys didn't notice? We don't have a lookout. We forgot to install... Soren is busy doing his diplomatic update. He forgot to install, lookout crow's nest watch. Which, given there's crows everywhere, we really should have a crow's nest watching out for more of them. Anyway, right. If the Pegasus Knight's fears are already realized, they're under attack. It's the Ravens. Ike, diplomacy has been installed. My calculations predict that we should give them a hand to increase relations between our two companies. Are you feeling alright, Soren? It's not like you to offer help. It is a great opportunity to put my diplomatic programming to the test. Plus, she will be in our debt, and we would be fools to pass that up. It is a win-win situation, is it not? Yeah, I'm sure you had an angle. Alright. Titania? I don't approve of his motivations. The diplomacy suite package is still not working correctly. But we should help, one way or the other. Well, that's what we're doing. You alright on your own, princess? Oh, we're doing the right thing. I would never dream of stopping you. I know these pirates are no match for your strength. Those big biceps, that strong jawline. Give them a sound thrashing. I'll be watching. You're starting to sound like one of us, eh? Alright, to war. And we're immediately right beside them because, yeah, 5 meters away. That's a lot of crows. No matter how many we kill, there's always more. And not just ravens either. There are Bjork. What do they want? You want a little help there, ladies? You! Aren't you the princess's escort? Well, yes, but she ordered us to come to your aid. You mind? That would be appreciated. We'll keep the ravens at bay, or at least some of them. In the interim, why don't you go ahead and move on to that ship? The big vessel's ours, so I'm not sure who the small one belongs to. There are human soldiers aboard, and if they're part of the sea, they must be pirates. Cut them down. I like her. She's got a good energy. All right, we'll do it. Murder. There's some familiar-looking armor down there, though. Where on earth is the Holy Guard? Between those crows and the pirates, we're outnumbered. It's only a matter of time before we're overwhelmed. If only we had some sort of tactic where we could block the choke points and heal our friends from behind. I'll fight. But you're one of the passengers from House Damiel. From House Damsel. Aren't you in distress? I can't permit someone of your stature to throw yourself in harm's way. I was a knight of Benyon. For a time. I won't get in your way. I can't. We must defend the Apostle. We do not have the luxury of choosing how to do. Come, we must get ready. The enemy is coming. Alright. We need every fighter. You have my apologies. Thanks for your help. Oh, hey, Astrid. Allow me to serve as your shield. If only he could stand in a choke point while she shot arrows from behind, like some sort of tactical genius. Gatry, I'm sorry that I've got you involved. Oh, please, this is nothing. I love it. Before I was hired as your bodyguard, I was a top-notch mercenary. I can handle this many opponents all by myself. Maybe. You did get some good levels early on. This is nothing. Is that so? Your confidence is impressive, to say the least. Trust me, my confidence is backed with my spear. I'm ready to fight. Oh no, there's more! We're doomed! No, don't panic. Protect the Apostle. Listen, you pirate scum, you may outnumber us, but we won't yield. Yeah, we're not pirates. We're here to help. Deputy Commander of the Holy Guard asked us to drive the enemy from the ship. Oh, Tannen sent you? Hooray! The Apostle's below decks, and she dies instantly if anyone gets there. Defend the entrance. Got it. Weapons free. Alright, time to reset and load the free, actually prepared map. Well, this won't take too long, but we'll get to the battle soon enough. There's lots to talk about. Always so much to talk about. Alrighty. So this is the mostly ready to go save. And I've already done the support conversations and all that. I have given out some bonus XP. I even gave Ike a level up because he was mostly ready for a level. He only has one more to go, so I would like to get him a point of strength or something if I can. Other than that, I think Soren just got a tiny little bit of XP for a level. Pretty sure I gave Volk a level, Kieran a level, Marcia not a level. If they're at 0, 0 XP, it's very likely I BXP'd them. Jill, I'm pretty sure I trained up a little bit. Oscar's fine. Rolf, I might have spent a level on him. Is there anyone else? I think that might be it. I was running low on BXP, and I only have 90 left, so we're getting pretty slim on it. In terms of gear, I've just moved stuff around. I still like those Lagoo Slayers. There's a lot of Lagoos in this map, so maybe worth having. I did craft a new lance. Now this is a deep reference. No one will ever figure this one out, but there are some other Fire Emblem content creators that have joined the bandwagon, so I am copying them to some degree. But she is incredibly racist, so she kills birds with it, I guess. Anyway, it's a joke. Don't at me, but yeah, she needed something. Other than that, I don't think I did much shopping. I did sell some stuff, of course, to make a bit of money, because money is a little tight right now. But most people just kind of hanging out. Okay, so plans. I'm gonna actually use some stuff finally. Draco Shield is +2 defense. I was trying to decide who I wanted to give it to, and it's just been sitting there for a little while. So I'm like, you know what, Ike? He's not gonna cap his defense without a lot of help. His defense is a little low, and especially once he hits level 20 and doesn't gain any more XP, I don't even really want him killing stuff. So having him just take hits unarmed and not die seems pretty good, actually. So 2 defense, and then similarly 2 resistance. And then he has a value, because he's force deployed no matter what. And once he's at level 20, he no longer gets XP. Might as well let him do something. Next up, Mist. Okay, first off, someone's got to use this Master Seal. I didn't bother to get her to level 11. Her stats mostly don't matter. First promotion of the game. And in the middle of a sea battle, at sea, in the middle of the ocean, Mist finds a horse. Which is part of the fun. I do expect the game figures you're probably promoting somewhere around now. Not everyone, but your first couple promotions are likely around this point in the game. Now, she gets some pretty big promotion gains anyway. So if you look at her now, 8 movement, not as good as a paladin with 9, but still very good for a healer. She went from 5 to 8, and that means Canto. So she can move and heal, and if we care, we can equip a sword on her. I mean, I should give her a sword. I suppose if anyone needs like a slim sword or maybe a crafted iron sword, she might be the kind of person for that. It barely matters because I'm not going to use these. But I do have a slim sword, so technically she can fight, it mostly just means she can counterattack if they attack her, which might decrease the chance of them attacking her. But really, the ability to move, heal someone, and then Canto out of the way is really all I cared about. There might even be a magic sword later that is actually the real plan. I also decided, given that I'm sort of investing in Mist a little bit, I'm going to give her some HP. Because she's pretty frail. So the HP will definitely help lessen the chance of getting one shot. Although the mobility keeps her fairly safe. Okay, that was some stat boosters. Marcia is often a good choice for some as well. Like, don't get me wrong, she's a very good investment potential for some defense or something. However, her stats are crazy, so she's fine without them. Kieran could also do with something. I thought about giving him a speed wing, but what I decided was Jill is kind of having a little bit of a slow start, and I do think almost to a mathematical degree, she is the best use of the Speedwing. It is +2 speed. I think she might literally get the most value of it out of anyone in the group. So I choose to give her +2 speed. Her strength is high enough to not get slowed down already pretty effectively. Just giving her more chance to double, or at least not get doubled, definitely helps. And I'm going to keep the Lagoose Guard on her for now, but we can trade that around if someone needs it. I have a couple secret books. You could sell these for like 2 grand or 4 grand or whatever it is, because skill is not crazy important. It is nice, but is not super important. I'm just going to give it to Oscar. Oscar's actually been quite cursed in skill, and I don't want him to miss, basically. It doesn't really matter. I don't think he's like the best. Like, I think the Speedwing for Jill, very obviously one of the best options. I think the secret book is like, you can kind of give it to whoever, you know, it's fine. Just don't give it to someone who caps their skill anyway, otherwise you're wasting it. Like, I would say giving it to Mia would be dumb. It's very likely she hits 20 skill or caps it promoted. And I mean, you get there earlier with a secret book, but once it's capped, you're kind of just giving up on gains, and you could have given it to someone else, basically. Jill also was in the list of maybe I should give her a skill book. But she's lower level. She can catch up a little easier than Oscar. Is there anyone else? Yeah, Boyd, if I want to keep using, which, I mean, I've been kind of deciding to use him, I guess. He also is a bit sketchy on the skill. So that'll help make sure he hits. And of course, axes, to a fair degree, have the lowest hit rate. So those skill points do increase his accuracy, which, well, especially if you kept him with his terrible biorhythm boosting skill, you know, -20 hit rate or something. He needs all the skill he can get, but at least we got rid of that. I think that's it. Anything else to talk about? No. I was planning on bringing an extra bow for Astrid, but I'm gonna deploy Rolf, and I might just hand over the +5 bow anyway. This is the reason I crafted it. It was Rolf, maybe, but actually it was for Astrid, secretly. So, we're gonna pass that to her, probably. He's doing actually pretty solid, so more birds, more fun for him. And I think that was it for my preps. I think that's everything. I believe we still have one stat item. I'm not sure who I'm going to give this to yet. I have an idea if we hold on to it long enough. There is, of course, a dancer-style unit, and they could certainly use a little bit of survivability. Could also go well on Astrid. We'll talk about her in a bit. I also have arm scrolls, which I'm not sure if I'm going to use or sell. I don't need the money just yet. I think normally I just sell them. So it increases the weapon level of the equipped weapon. However, unpromoted, you have a cap of B rank. So we're at B rank with no XP towards the next level. Every level from E up to S takes more weapon XP, like more practical experience to actually level it up. So you want to use it on B to A or A to S rather than like E to D, because you're getting the least amount of value if you do that. But if you're unpromoted, you have a cap of B, which is not too hard to get on a single weapon fighter. Now, if you're talking mages, it's a bit harder to get B rank if you are using multiple tunes. If you only use winds, sure, you'll probably hit B. But C is much more reliable, and the spellcasters have a harder time, just because weapon XP is pretty slow. It's hard to max out 3 at once. Similarly, promoted knights will, knights, they will get a second weapon, so he is possible we'll see B rank. Yeah, like Oscar has B lances, and once promoted, he'll be able to train that up. But he will get a new weapon, maybe bows, I guess. And if you want to rush to use better bows early, you could give him an arm scroll. I don't think it's usually a great idea. I've also seen people suggest you use the arm scroll on Mist to get her to see swords early, or ever. Maybe? I'm not sure if that's worth it, but there is a sword that she could use one day that might help with. Other than that, I'm not sure there's anyone that really needs it. Like, I might just end up selling them if I need the money. Basically, they're just money that's in the bank if I need them. I'll use them if I can find a good point. Otherwise, might as well just sell them if I can forge better weapons anyway. Okay, let's talk about our map. We got choke points, 3 bridges. We have a boss over here. You might have seen this guy before, right? Mr. Freckles can double attack, and he's got a droppable longbow and a stealable, technically, steel bow. You could steal that with Volt. Other than that, there's not much to drop or steal, actually. I think I had a quick look at this earlier. Just one weapon each means nothing we can do. Watch out for killer edges, though. Those are something to remember. This guy's special. Can't steal it, but that would be nice if you could. Just got to make sure we kill him carefully. And hammer, that's important. Very bad against Ch13. And that might be it. Okay, yeah, there's going to be birds, and we can get some coins off them. Bird AI is something we're going to spend a lot of time talking about. There's a lot of reinforcement birds and, you know, complications. Other things to note, there's a lot of treasure chests. This short version is you have to rush to get them. Otherwise, the birds will steal them. They are the thieves for this map. I don't remember which bird goes for which chest, but generally what I like to do is leave one of these unopened, because once you've opened all the chests, the birds leave. So I would like to kill the birds to get the XP and their drops, like shiny coins, if you want those. Which means don't rush to open every chest, but definitely start opening them, especially the ones, I think all the birds show up kind of over on this corner. So like this one and these two especially, get them early. Now, we don't have any chest keys, and I don't think we can buy any at this point, so your thief is going to be busy. Maybe it is even worth bringing 2 thieves. I hadn't really thought about that. The truth is I probably won't be using Ilyana all that much on this map. Or Mia, like one or the other could probably be dropped. I think maybe we drop Mia and just have Soph. It's tricky because he's very, very fragile. But if I just have him kind of stay back and do some easy searching, easy stealing, it'll save us some turns getting to the treasure, which might be useful. But Volt, of course, can do it. It's just, there's a limit. There's only 10 turns. And there are 6 treasure chests, so not a lot of time to get them all, really. I have deployed in a rather specific format. I want speedy units really close to the bridge to start moving. And I deployed Mordecai because, well, if you take a look up in the middle here, you notice there's enemies right mixed in, already pretty close to the game over condition. And Astrid is level 1. She dies, especially on hard mode, so easy. Ch13's probably fine for a while, but Astrid can literally die on round 1. And the only way to control her, so she's not dumb, is for Ike to talk to her. You cannot reposition Ike. He only starts here. You cannot promote him. You can't get any more movement or anything. There's no boots that give him extra mobility. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not even close. We need 1, 2, 3 squares extra to talk to Astrid. You might notice that some combo could push him where I need him to be. And then we get Astrid, then we can keep her safe. And she can recruit Ch13, and then we can control him. And he does have 18 defense. Very nice. So once we have access to these guys, we can start clearing off the enemies and pushing over so we can have the choke points, like was decided a while ago. There also might be some legitimate strats doing some rescue drops early on. I hadn't planned that out, but let me think about it. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. I think it's better for my cavalry over here to just start at killing things. I need to kill this archer or Marcia is in some threat. 12 damage plus strength is 19. I mean, she only takes 4. It's actually not that bad. But, you know, we got to be a little bit careful with archers at the very least. This guy will hit harder because 18 plus strength. That's a 25 base damage against a flyer. So keeping Marcia out of his range is probably a good idea. Or blocking the path up if we can. I'm not sure. I put Jill over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if this is really where I want her. I mean, lances work good against swords, and she's got a javelin, so maybe she's only got 12 defense, though, so it might be better to have Marcia over here and Jill over here. Yeah. And yeah, basically I think I want my cavalry to run up and start attacking. Although you could probably rescue someone, you know, maybe even Soph, and have Drake drop him somewhere near the chest, so next turn you can start doing that. I think this is enough preps for my sake. We're gonna get started here. Oh, by the way, bonus XP and stuff. On this map, if you choose not to deploy, each unit you don't deploy is 50 bonus XP at the end. I kind of hate these ones. It means you get a bunch of bonus XP if you make the battle harder, but then, like, the battle's a lot harder. I don't know. You're going to have a harder time getting all the treasure, getting all the loot. I mean, if you've got a couple really strong units, you could probably do this with 2 or 3 missing, and then you can get a little bit of bonus XP, but 100 BXP is not much. I thought about it, but I decided I'd rather deploy Soph and maybe Ilyana, although Ilyana may do literally nothing, and then you could be like, Blue, you should have not deployed her. You could have got 50 XP. That's fair. Yeah, definitely possible. Anyway, let's get to it. We're already 45 minutes in before the fight even starts. No. But it is a limited 10-turn thing, so it can't go super long. Okay, as is tradition, the first round is what really matters. Put a save down, although hopefully we won't need to use it. So, Kieran can't actually hit anybody. Oh no, he can hit this guy. Perfect. Jill could go all the way up to the archer, and that's only safe if we know we can block this tile, which is the plan, I think, with Gatry. So if we can kill, maybe, recruit, block, and keep Jill safe. There is an archer over here, can't make it. Does Marcia live the left side on her own? You want to give her a javelin. She's not going to be in range of the birds on turn 1, so we have to worry about them. I think Marcia is just so strong right now that we can trust. And this is a good choke point. Really only one melee unit can get to her anyway, although she might just kill them all. You know, what's more important, the lance guy or the spear guy or the sword guy? Steel sword probably does a little bit more damage than a lance. It's, think for a second. Oh, this guy has terrible stats. This guy is definitely slightly more dangerous. We'll kill him. Yeah, random soldier guys are often really low stats, and this is a guaranteed kill. We'll start here. I was not expecting to have such a super strong Marcia for this fight, but she is doing really, really well, so let's use her. Alright, next up, Kieran. I think this is safe. You could also rescue these soldiers. They don't do anything. They will fight and steal a tiny bit of XP from the enemies, sort of. But they very rarely get kills, and usually they just die. So, I guess in theory I could rescue him and then put Kieran on this tile, which would be a better choke point. But we're not going to guard the green door. Mostly we're going to guard the bridges. Yeah, this is a pretty good chance to kill. Not guaranteed, but... I mean, 2RN, system 83 should be, you know, 90-something. Yeah, Alpha Strike, the usual strat. Kanto, no, I'm happy here. That frees up Oscar as well, so Oscar himself could guard the choke. Ooh, that's pretty good, actually. I like that even more. Jill could kill this guy instead. So Oscar kills the archer with a javelin equipped, guarding the entrance. Jill kills this guy, and then Gatry heads over here. That's even better, actually, I think, for a turn 1. Yeah. Okay. Javelin, because this guy will do a ranged attack against us, and javelins. I did buy I think I bought 2 or 3 spares, so we might as well use them. They are really, really nice. I don't know how often I need to explain, but range 1-2, because it always counters enemies. I mean, always. Anything besides super long range. It just makes positioning like this so much more reliable for enemy phase kills. As long as you can tank a few hits, you know. Alright. Chill. Not a kill, but some chip damage, good enough. Maybe Gatry just kills this guy. Aww. Well, that's fine. I'm not too upset. She needs some more training. Okay, so that's the fast units out of the way. And that's kind of all we can kill on turn 1 is what the amount of units and flyers can cover. Rolf, hopefully, will help eventually. You can't push Ike. Never mind. Someone else can push Ike, I'm pretty sure. I know Volk can, I just didn't want to use that. It's only Volk. Alright. I was hoping that someone else would be able to, you know, shove him here. We need to push him to the right, and then we need Mordecai to smite. And that's basically the only way to get to Astrid. I would say this is a very... Well, I mean, you could push him 3 times, I guess. So, you could spend 3 turns to push him with someone other than Mordecai, but... I do feel like for most of the time when I see this run done and the way I figured it out in the past, this is pretty standard strategy, really. If you've never done it, that's how you do it. Are you alright? Who are you? Oh, I'm Ike with the Grail Mercenaries. I came to help. Oh. Well, I am Astrid, House Damsel. Blue blood, huh? How does Ike even know that term? That's another term for nobility, but sure. Well, unless you're good with a sword, you better hide away. I don't know how to use swords. Maybe one day, all I do is bows with my horse. I train with knights and cavaliers, but I know a little battle. I can fight. She's maybe better than Rolf, sorta. Well, okay, if we can fight, we'll fight together. It's better than hiding anyway. Plus, my horse hates it below decks. Alright. Rescued. So, level 1. Well, first off, she also brings us a Night Ward. This gives her 2 defense and 2 resistance, and she's going to double check my facts. Pretty sure. This also gives you 30% speed growth while equipped. Juggling this around to get better speed growths on level is very fun. It's a bit of work, but it is it will literally double some unit speed growth. I think if you put it on Soth, he has like 100% speed growth, 100%. Like he will. I don't know how it actually works. Wait. That's an interesting idea. I don't think I've ever done that. Not that I'm planning on training Soth, but his base speed was like 100 or 70 or something. Just for science. No, his base speed was 65. With this, it would become 95%, and then with Blossom, that makes it like 99.9. So I don't think it goes over 100 with Blossom because it's just, you know, re-rolls. It doesn't like add in. I wonder if in fixed mode, if that would go over 100%. Maybe it would be 95% plus, you know, 9.5 or 10%-ish. And we'd actually have like 105% speed growth on Soth. And there'd be a tiny chance to get +2 speed on a level up. Silly, but I mean, that'd be kind of fun. Anyway, Night Ward is very good. Maybe the best equipped item there is. Just defense and resistance is really nice, and the growth rates are great. Speed, nobody hates speed growth, right? So she is, of course, a mounted archer. The first one we've ever had. D-rank bows to start isn't even that bad, actually. 8 movement, Canto. If you're going to bring an archer, this is how you bring an archer. However, she is very weak right now. But she has a very fun skill. Paragon is a classic Fire Emblem staple. It's been around since... it existed in Thracia. Was it in Genealogy? I don't know if it was... Somewhere around Fire Emblem 4 or 5, they started adding this in to some people. Very good. Very, very good. Double XP is great. So even though she starts at level 1, she can catch up very quickly with a little bit of investment. This counts for bonus XP as well. So she only takes 50 bonus XP to level up for now. Yeah, she's probably one of the easiest units to get to level 2020 if you spend some time training her. However, she is difficult to use at the beginning because stats are weak. She dies pretty easily. And, well, I mean, you can see here if I show an attack off. Yeah, 4 damage, maybe. Not much. So we need to set up kills for her, ideally, and try to get her some strength as soon as we can. Because she really, really needs some strength. But she gets levels quick, so... Yeah. Alright, so for her, we need to recruit Ch13. I think I'm going to keep her where she is, actually. Because I'm not sure if I can protect... Might even Canto back, actually. I'm not sure we're going to be able to block all these guys in effectively. Ch13 can kill one, but this guy will be free. So I think she needs to stay kind of back here, basically, behind... I don't know about these green guys. Like, if they move out of the way, she can die. So I might keep her even all the way back. Anyway, we should be able to talk and then attack, I think. Either way, we want recruit Ch13 for sure. Oh, I didn't tell your growths. I'll do that in a second. Ch13. Lady Astrid, are you alright? What do you mean? I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be? Oh, I saw you talking to that rough blue-haired lad. What'd he say? Was he rude? Did he try to tell you to run for safety while he fought for your honor? Yeah. What a fool. I tell you, he'll never learn how to talk to a woman. He already got an unbeatable bodyguard, me. I'll have to remind him of that. You know that, Ike? He's the son of a man I had the honor of serving under. He's not a bad person. But he's got no manners. And doesn't understand how to treat a lady. I'm so glad Ch13's back. I see. Well, he seemed more concerned than rude. When I told him I would prefer to fight, he seemed to understand. Oh, right. I see. Not rude. I should have known my presence would have changed the boy for the better. I'm the ideal role model. Alright, and then attack. You know, it's not much, but she's got to start somewhere. I'll give her that +5 iron bow and she'll be okay. Nice. The plus something iron bow does have plus hit as well. So it's got 15% more hit than a basic iron bow. Because she's gonna need it. Alright. Ch13. I was hoping to get over there. I don't think there's any way we can do any more attacks this turn. Oh, I was really hoping Volk would be a little bit more helpful right now. Maybe... I guess no one can pick him up. Like, Mist could rescue, but then she has to drop him next turn and he still doesn't steal. I think Soth just runs. Soth can hit this one and then this one. Maybe Volk. What's his movement? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it is still worth picking him up. I think this might save us a turn anyway. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, my mages are kind of stuck. I don't know if they're going to be able to help very much, but might as well deploy them. And then Ch13, I mean, I would have been nice to bring him a spare weapon too, I suppose. But whatever. We'll figure that out for next turn. Next battle's preps. I'm mostly just glad we got Oscar here. It's very likely these soldiers will just focus on the green guys and probably kill them. I think Ch13 just wraps this guy up then for now. I mean, maybe. I don't need to talk about Ch13 again, do I? He's still very strong. Very good defense. Also, that was exactly enough damage, by the way. So, that was certainly not guaranteed. But that was like Jill missing and Astrid missing. Tell me, Walker, are my soldiers proving useful? King Kilvas! What? Aren't you happy to see me? Look at this mess. I paid you good money to help me outmaneuver everyone. And catch the Crimean princess's ship first. Everything seemed to be going exactly as planned. And now we're being attacked by a squad of Pegasi. We're flying no flags. We stripped our armor of any crest. They shouldn't have no clue who we are. Why are they attacking us? Didn't you know this is a Benyon ship we're attacking? What? It was our feather-brained lackey who told us the Princess Crimea was aboard. Call it a miscommunication. One of those unfortunate misunderstandings that seems to happen now and again. You deceitful king. I wouldn't be surprised if you planned this treachery from the start. Such unkind words, you wound me. I would never intentionally lie to you. And as proof, I bring good news. Everyone, I have it on unshakable authority that the other ship does have the princess. Oh, but unless we can break through, there's nothing we can do. Would you like some assistance? And what will it cost? Oh, you learn quickly, my friend. Let's see. Royal assistance. Double, triple rates. Ludicrous! So much gold, where would I suppose I could defer payment until later. But that does bring up interest. Leave my sight. I wouldn't seek your aid if the world were burning down around me. Foreshadowing. The world will soon be burning down around him. Very well. We've nothing to discuss. Call me if you change your mind. I'll find a nice perch and enjoy the show. Curse you. You're no better than your feral cousins. He'll just watch. Alright. Let's see what these AI enemy jerks do. Javelin duels. I think we got the lead on this one. Good job, Oscar. I think it's fairly likely we see Oscar get promoted this fight. Well, no, we'll get him to 20, but 21 is maybe a bit too far. Yeah, if I'd been able to block that route on the left side, that would have been nice. Oh, no way! Random green guy gets a kill? Stealing the XP from my noble warriors? That might be the first time I've ever seen that. Yeah, that guy's dead. So long. Alright, Axes versus Pegasi. Not too bad. Bad for him, not too bad for me. Alright, the birds are coming. They're looking for those treasure already. Now, if they pick up one chest, as long as you kill them before they leave, like, they don't have Canto or anything. So it's not like, no, okay, you were gonna steal my kill there. Mordecai needs to pick some of these green guys up so they stop stealing kills. Yeah, you can just hide down there. No, stop stealing kills. Okay, good. Actually, you know what? It's fine. They're setting it up for Astrid. That's all. All right. Turn 2. I think we're off to a perfectly fine start. I don't think we'll have too much danger here. It's going to take still a little bit of time for the mages to show up. Mordecai. Okay, this barrier counts as a just like the edge of the ship. You can't do like a melee attack from here to here, I don't think. Only from here to here. So priorities. Gatry, I think, is going to go block over here. These birds are definitely going to go for these chests, I think, immediately. Now, I can maybe put... Yeah, we've got to be a little bit careful. If I'm using Soth, you know, he will die if they decide to attack him. But I'm pretty sure their AI doesn't attack as long as there's something as long as there's a treasure remaining. I don't know if these guys will ever engage in attack, actually. However, if this guy loots something, then they will, we will not be able to get the coin, although it barely matters. I think we rush up and drop Volk somewhere with Mist. Although I would really like to get over to here, because this is the one that it's hardest to guard from the birds. Technically, I could shove Sorin eventually one square and have him attack. But 2 squares to get there, not too likely. How much move have you got? 7 from... If I stay here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So Soth could get this one this turn, and then this one next turn, in theory. Although I think the bird is going to probably take that one. I'm not sure. They might be focused on these. We don't know yet. But, Actually, I'm not sure you can walk on there. That might not be the path. Anyway, it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's possible. I mean, we don't need to be perfectly turn efficient, so it's fine. Just keep them safe for now. Killer bow. I mean, Astrid, you know, maybe. Is it C rank or... it is C rank, so we're not ready yet. Although I think Rolf, yeah, he got to C already. Okay, we need to push these jerks back. I would like Astrid to kill this guy. We need to get some help on the left side. She might even get a level up. Let me rig her first level just in case. I was gonna give her the iron +5 bow, but yeah, we'll get that. Yeah, almost 1 level up for 1 kill. The more we can feed her, the better. Okay, no, I keep her here because Rolf, who's fairly fragile, can now trade her the super bow. I also believe longbows are limited to ground archers, so horse archers can't use the longbow if you're wondering. And then he actually can double. Nice. Good job, little Rolfie. I mean, I did say he was trash, but he's doing okay. I don't mind having some ranged units. I like trying to show off archers, even if they could be a lot better. Alright, Ike. Yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. If only Ike could, like, make it over to here or something. Do we reposition Oscar to the left flank? Maybe. I mean, Marcia could also kill one of the birds. That's also an option. That's something the ground units don't have a choice. I think Kieran's 13 defense isn't crazy, but he is fast enough to get here. 15, that's a kill. I think we do this, yeah. I mean, 88%, pretty good odds of a single round victory. I mean, if you want to set stuff up for Astrid, you know, this is not helping, but I think the first couple turns we just kill stuff as quickly as possible, and we work out about feeding a little bit later. Alright. Choke points are most under control. Ike? Where do we send Ike? I think we just let him deal with this guy. 11-11, not enough. 14-14 should do if we don't miss. If we miss, we can block him in, so he can't really move much. But yeah, we're good. Alright. Unfortunately, that was maybe a mistake, because now the Javelin will attack Ike, which means we're not countering, which, you know, whatever. I don't think the boss will move. I don't think any of these guys in the corner move, but I could be wrong too. But, well, you know, whatever. That's why we put a couple saves down in case the AI is, you know, impossible. I have decided Oscar is moving to the left flank. Oscar. These nice javelin throws, you need to not miss. I mean, hey, I even gave him that skill book. They gave him a little bit more skill. He's slightly more skilled. So it's not my fault, you know, I'm trying to get him set up. This means he'll be a little bit slower. Like, Gatry's not going to counter kill everyone on this. He doesn't have a javelin right now, you know, so. That should be fine. Alright, so we've got the planks are whatever we're calling these things. They are blocked. The birds are in range of 1 treasure, which means some risk there. I think Marcia just kills one. 15-15. They barely hurt her. Just kill. Back to walking on water. And I mean, we saw in the last battle, the crows give real good XP, so... Marcia heading towards promotion. Alright, and we'll move her... I mean, I could be super aggressive and put her up here. That might lure some sword guys over. Sure. Super aggressive Ankylo. I don't think the sword guys can hurt her. Like, iron swords aren't enough. Javelins aren't going to do much. Hammers probably never... Like, the hit rate on that is trash. Alright. Alright, we'll see. This guy could pick up the treasure, but then we can kill him and get it back anyway. And that just saves us a lockpick or whatever. Not that we actually spend lockpicks. We do still have Jill. I haven't used Jill yet. Maybe I should have had her attack the soldier here. I just want to see what this looks like. 75%. She doesn't die if she misses. It would be nice to kill this guy, I think. Yeah. I'll move her sort of to the left because she's going to be another bird fighter like Marcia, able to fight them on the water, basically. Just, come on, 75? Nah. It's a little bit of a gamble always using your flyers to attack an archer with a javelin, but there wasn't any other way, so. Good. Now we can just sort of lock up here a little bit, I think. Good. One last tile that the bird can make it to. I guess we might have been able to get to here, so we couldn't steal. But then I don't know what he would have done, so. Alright, missed. Do they have any ranged attacks left? They do have a javelin. I don't want her here, then. Or Volk. Maybe I put her here. No one needs healing. I don't think you can drop and heal anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm trying to decide where to throw Volk. I think Volk wants to go up here, basically. And then I'll let Soth eventually loot these over time. So... Man, these punks are in the way. I mean, I don't have to drop them, but I think I want her to be free to start healing, basically. So that gets him, you know, a little bit closer at least. That's not much. Mordecai's job will be to pick up people, I guess, or shove them. I don't know. Is there any reason I could push anyone right now? Not really. I could rescue Soth and then drop him, but that doesn't really save a turn or anything, so it doesn't really matter. Alright. Yeah, I see no value of doing any cool smites this turn. Mordecai is mostly just here to help us get Astrid, you know. That's pretty much it. And being able to control Astrid and Gatry on turn 1 definitely helps. Nice try there, punk. Oh, the mages do come at me. Alright. Alright. Is Kieran in danger? I thought they wouldn't move, but clearly I was wrong. It looks like we seriously outspeed them, and although they do some damage, we can take a couple of those. Surely the boss won't move, though, right? We're just going to clear out all these thunder mages. Ooh, this guy hits pretty hard. He's got even more magic. Dang. At least we got our 66. It's fine. We should be able to clean that up next turn. A little bit spicy. Oscar, pretty low risk here, I think. Sure, it'd be nice to have the Iron Lance equipped, but this kills anyway, and just don't miss. Easy. We might be killing too quickly for training Astrid. Maybe. But Gatry's really good for setting her up, I think. Yeah. It's kind of... I feel like he's kind of designed like that. He only gets one attack and generally doesn't kill. Oh, they are going for the attack. You cheeky crow. I don't know how... I've very, very rarely seen them do this. I'm just feeding Oscar some more XP, and honestly, you just kind of blocked the path, so that didn't even help them very much. Alright, now for my really cheeky play here with Marcia. I mean, 33%, right? We gotta gamble on some of these. Almost. Alright, that's all we did. That's fine. I feel like... Oh, no. My Marcia XP, you... freaking losers. I mean, not Marcia. Astrid XP. If only there was a way to tell the green guys to just go away. Alright, we're fine. I'm not going to reload for any of that. It's just annoying. Alright, Soth, your job will be to get those treasures eventually. Maybe not immediately, but eventually. Boss didn't move and could have attacked, so I think that's straightened out. Kieran is definitely hurting. I want to see how he does against... Yeah, that's not enough damage. I probably want to go at the javelin soldier with an iron axe or something, like a +5. And then Ike can just finish this. This should be fine. The rightmost of the choke points is done. Like, what's the... You know, maybe we should have talked to our chess player and said, you know what, really, instead of defending, why don't we just attack? Offense is the best defense. I don't think he'll move, but he does have a range 3 attack, so I'm not going to push my luck too much here. 14, 28, 19, 38. Oh, yeah. And we would maybe want to get Kieran healed up after this. Seems like he's probably taken the most damage of anyone. Nice. And that does deal with those mages nice and quick, too, so that's done. Miss, yeah, no one else is in real threat at all. I don't care about the green guys dying. In fact, I would prefer it to be so, honestly. If I had my way, they would all be dead. Okay. What do we do? So there will be more birds. They'll be back. I guess we want to focus our attention on pushing through the left side at the moment. I guess Volk can steal this while we're here. That's not bad. That's a turn. Friggin' this punk, man. How do we get any kills with Astrid? Is there a way? Can she kill the bird? 18. Heck yeah. Okay, this is almost... I mean, this is definitely a level up. She's going to get 100 XP for this, one way or the other. In fact, it's kind of a shame that she can't get more than... I think you have a limit of 100 XP per combat. I'm fairly sure the math would work out that a promoted bird, or whatever you want to call it, a level whatever bird versus a Paragon level 1 Astrid would be ridiculous amounts of XP. Also, you can see my cool bow color finally. I made it blue, because I'm cool like that. But yeah, +5 bow... pretty good against birds. I will accept it. It is 4 stats. However, I noticed that there was no strength. I'm going to remember that game. I won't forget. I think we're gonna let Soren or Ilyana get this soldier kill. I don't really need to worry about the choke point anymore. I just gotta remember the killing edge guy. But other than that, we're pretty safe. So that means Gatry can help push the left flank, maybe. I mean, he can do some damage. And then Javelin up, maybe someone else. That's fine. I needed him to move anyway, so... I do love how the whole screen shakes when Gatry walks. You know, we're on a boat. He literally rocks the boat just with his natural walking speed. Alright, Ilyana is a little bit lower level than Soren, so for no real reason, I'm just giving it to her. I think I'm also trying to train her to C rank or maybe B rank Thunder. I think she's a little bit behind on her Thunder training, if I remember correctly. So I got to get some kills with her, basically. Yeah, she's only D rank Lightning. She should be getting towards at least C before promotion. Okay, Volk might stand where Oscar is standing, I think, ideally, because from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we can definitely make it to there. But from here, you would need 8 steps, which he does not have without some tricks. I wonder if these guys will run across and kill themselves. Because I could use Mordecai to grab one. I don't think there's anything Rolf can do this turn. Soren can't really get anywhere this turn either. That's okay. So the real choice is Oscar and Jill, and then Marcia. We do have another bowman over there to watch out for. Can you push your way across? 15? I mean, you've got 2 shots. There's no way you miss them both, right? Nice. And our final Oscar level. We're not rigging it. We'll just get what we get. Regret. The good news is everyone is pretty well blessed already, but that just stings. It stings. Every time that happens, just justifies my next use of cheating a little bit better. Okay. Just remember, the bow range is basically the same as the killing edge range. So I could put Jill here. Probably. And she could use races. I mean, I'm just saying, it's an option. She's proficient in races. I'm gonna let her kill the hammer guy just because I would rather her get the XP than Marcia. And she's not doubling yet, at least not everything. All right, you can stay there. Now I'll move you 1 step up just in case, so you can only get hit by 1 person from there. What does Marcia care about? I mean, I could. She's got 8 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is in range of the bow. If he decides to move, I'm not sure. I mean, you can never remember. I wish there was a tag or something, or some sort of symbol on the map that just told you if enemies moved or not. I mean, maybe that's cheating a little bit, but it makes such a big difference in these sort of strategy games if this is a I guard a position type of unit or an I chase you kind of unit, because just, you know, it does change the strategy. I don't have to do that. It's also possible the javelin guy will move over and try, but I don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bo could attack from here, but nobody else, assuming the mage is dead. And the javelin guy, I guess. Yeah, this looks pretty good. We take a little bit of damage, we get rid of another mage. Fire tome mages, I mean, so that was another like 95% miss. Very XCOM baby. Alright, maybe your level 20 will look a little better than Oscar's. A little. I mean, I'm not going to complain about 19 strength Marcia, but still. Alright, well maybe the mage goes for her. That's fine, honestly. She is pretty good against mages. And maybe the archer does too. That's not going to kill her. I didn't do the math, but 18, that's 25 base damage. 10 damage, she can take a hit. And the mage is going to do another 2 or something. So that's nothing. And I expect the actual hit rate is pretty shaky. 104 accuracy puts him at like 50-50 odds of even hitting anyway, so there's a good chance she just misses. Alright, what else we got? Just these guys. Volk. Okay, get this done. Laguz axe. Alright, so we've had a Laguz Slayer sword. Now we have a Laguz Slayer axe. Not my most... Like, they're not the most important weapons, but hey, there are some very strong Laguz out there. Honestly, Mordecai, just grab this guy before he steals some kills. Actually, that might lure this guy to go chink away on him, which is fine. I don't even mind that. That might be a nice way for Astrid to get another kill, maybe. And I think Rolf just moves over to the left where the birds are expected to come. We've practically won. Alright, of course they do this long shot on Gatry. I kind of wish on hard mode the AI didn't do attacks that did literally 0 damage. You know, it's a bit dumb. I know in some of the newer games on high difficulties like Maddening, enemies will literally not... They finally have the AI tweaked on high enough difficulties where they don't do this, where you attack for 0 damage and risk a counter or something. I guess this is technically 2 damage, so that would not apply. But when you can't hit, when you have 0 chance to hit and 0 damage potential, it would be maybe preferred if they just didn't, you know? Okay, funny thing. We can block the boss in this turn. Maybe I'll do that. Then he can't even move if he wants. He's only got a bow. As long as I can kill some guys up here, which I think is pretty likely. Alright, what do we do? What do we do? I would like to loot with Volk. Do we have any way of getting a kill with Astrid? This guy would need to move. Mordecai, I think, honestly, you can just stand here. To be fair, sometimes, I think I've had a battle lost where a bird just flies here and you win the game, or you lose the game. So I think Mordecai standing there might not even be a bad strat in the long run. These guys have a weight of 13. Gatry could pick him up. But can Astrid kill a 6 defense unit? She is able to do 11 damage. That's not enough. We need some chip damage here if that's going to work, which is probably not going to happen. On the other hand, is there any way to set up this side, maybe? That's a 60. That is a setup, assuming we don't crit. All right. I'll take it from Oscar. Now this means we're not pushing forward as quickly by training Astrid. We're not going to rush to the boss necessarily as fast. But this is a 10-turn defend mission. It doesn't really matter. We're only on turn 4 and we're almost done. I guess then maybe we just go for this kill. Sure. Gatry still has to move, but might as well just do that, I suppose. I should probably highlight enemy ranges a little bit, just in case I'm messing up. Kind of a little overconfident. We're very strong, but I think we also proved that this mage didn't attack, because it should have. It could have reached a variety of my units and didn't bother. Although, we don't know about these two yet. Actually, no, the archer didn't move either. I mean, they might have a flag where they don't move until someone's assaulting the boss or something. We could kill the archer with Marsha. How dangerous is this killing edge guy, though? I mean, fairly dangerous. We can do 22 damage. It's pretty good, but it's not enough. I forget how the crit formula works. I don't remember how threatening that actually is. It's not the same as the weapon effectiveness formula. This guy needs to go... These are promoted units, technically. That's one of the reasons why we're getting more XP from them. I'm just going to let Gatry chill for a little bit. maybe just, you know, we don't need to train him too much at the moment. Just let him block up some of these choke points is probably fair. Also got missed. Before I move people, I just want to check if there's anything to heal. Oh, right, because I was going to send her up. Right, never mind. Soth, do some chesting. A longsword. What are we doing? Playing Monster Hunter? It's good against horses. Not a very important weapon, but sure. Alright. I think, although I could let Astrid... Well... let's just let Rolf get the kill. I was thinking of... No. Let's just let Astrid kill. He can... Rolf can get to here to kill this guy. That's fine. Yeah. I think I want Astrid to attack and kind of stay at a distance. I'll use the super bow. Actually, I'm going to make sure she gets the strength up. Sorry, I'm not really sorry, but stat gain lovers, she needs to get a point of strength, guys. She has a lot of stats, but at least every second level I want to see a strength. I don't mind getting them, not getting them every time, but that's another 100x speed. I'll take it. It's not the worst, but maybe another way to think about it is 2 points is definitely below average, you know. She should have like 3 or 3.5 stats per level on average. Now, if you're BXBing it, you know, you could also be doing this from the prep screen, but then you need BXB. That's even worse. And yeah, we learned that the way Path of Radiance seems to work out is if you every time you load the status screen, it increments the random seed a little bit. So it's fairly easy to do this, although it's easier without animations, I suppose. Does she just hate me? One, two, three. Save again. See if this gets any better. Come on, Astrid. Been hyping you up. I love my growth units. I love, I don't know, I have a bias to units that start weak and you train them up. And they get good. It just takes a little bit of effort, you know? Alright. Where do I want to put her? I think she stays right where she is. Volk goes for the steal. Okay, that's a fun scroll. We'll talk about that later, but that is your... That's your, like, class mastery skill. Sure. This is good for Rolf. Crits even. Oh, I can turn the animations back on now. Just wanted a little break for... I mean, as soon as I turned them off, we got the level we wanted. Okay, I don't see a way to kill all three with 2 units. I mean, the mage, maybe we don't worry about too much. What's he gonna do? Hit Volk or Rolf? I don't think he can kill anybody. 9 speed, technically 8 speed, 13 damage. Sure, 10 magic damage, that's not a kill. Rolf is even worse if he tries to attack Rolf. Oscar, he could technically hit Oscar without counter. Or Rolf without counter. Like, yeah, it's one of those 3 probably. Do you think... Wait, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can't actually get adjacent to the... I was trying to think, like, could we kill both of these? And the answer to that is probably no. I think I need Marcia to kill the Killing Edge guy. I'm more concerned about him than probably anyone else. Just because there's always a chance, you know? That 20 or something % crit chance for our characters. She's missed an 88 with true accuracy above 95% and an 82%. I'm honestly getting offended. For interest's sake, we take 13. It's not nothing. And 10. Is that too much? It's exactly too much. Ugh. That's ridiculous. Because we... I mean, we can test out if these guys don't move, but... I swear, if they kill Marcia, I'm gonna be so mad. My goal here is to at least eliminate one potential threat, and then she can fly back to the water. Marcia at least has good defense and decent luck, so her crit susceptibility is lower. I think this is better odds of living than trying to kill the Killing Edge guy. The fact that we missed an 82, which translates, it's like better than 1 in 5, but 2 in chances means it's better than like, what is it, multiply? I forget how it adds up together, but like, I'm pretty sure 82% turns into something around 90%. And sure, you miss those occasionally, but you know, what else can I say besides Do we... I think we wait a turn on this plan. I was considering the lock boss into position strategy for this turn. I think we save that for next turn. Because I definitely don't want the Archer or the Killer Edge to go after, like, Mist. So, like, the plan was to have, like, Mist here, Ike here, Kieran here. Then the boss can't do anything. But this guy could have moved over, maybe, and killed somebody. Well, maybe it was more this guy I was worried about than the boat. Anyway, let's leave that for next turn. Not quite what I wanted to have happen. He does move. So what are we looking at? 23 crit rate, 43 hit rate. Misses anyway. Fair. I don't think a crit there would have done too much damage. I think it's final damage times 3, like after defense. So I think that would have been 9. I think. And yeah, that Archer really doesn't move. Oh yeah, green tiles heal. That's... okay. So now we're in fine shape. Get another chest. Energy drop. That's our first one of those. +2 strength. That's a good one. That's a real good one. All right. Can't quite get Astrid a shot. We'll let the crows come towards us and we'll figure that out. Now, if I loot all the chests, I think they just leave and stop showing up. So we don't want to do that. But I will leave Soth next to this one so we're ready for it, basically. Maybe we let Jill get this kill after all now. She doesn't even need racism to kill this guy. It's not even necessary. I need to come up with some good more... I need to turn on my creative thinking, because I am such a mechanical player in general. I'm like, oh, I could name a weapon, and I'll name it something that helps me remember what it does. Which is... I mean, that's a fine level on her, actually. That's good. So I'm always thinking, like, let's put the +5 there, so I know it's an Iron Lance. I know it's 5 points stronger than normal. It just makes it easier to parse. However... we can make the funny by coming with interesting names, and I can just look at the stats. So I need to keep working on that, because I think that's long-term goals. This guy's got a javelin. He's gonna go get killed. He's gonna waste the use of my longbow. Unless I have someone pick him up. Sure, we'll do that. Alright, so then back to crazy plan. It's gonna be... Wait. No one can get to the top... I was wrong? We'll be fine. I mean, we can also just kill him. It's not even a big deal. But, Volk is on his way. We're gonna steal his bow. And then we're gonna kill him and take his longbow. Is that necessary? No. It's fun, though. Yeah, a little bit of free XP for our first promoted unit. Alright, so these guys are headed towards us. Do you got anything to drop? A coin. Oh, something to steal. Oh, that changes the stretch a little bit. Because maybe... Do I really want that coin? Maybe. Let's pull my archers back a little bit. Not sure where the birds will go, so we'll just make sure we're kind of covering the area. Ch13 is also very good at just taking a hit, even if he doesn't fight back much. Maybe we... Yeah, Soth can handle the last... Well, if I want to... Do I care about stealing the longbow? Or the steel bow? Speedwing's good, but yeah. Soth can stand here. Volk maybe is... He can only steal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So would you rather have a steel bow, which we might never use, or a coin, which we might never use? These humans take themselves far too seriously. It's almost as though being obstinate is a way of life. They let their foolish pride stand in the way. And what do they get in the end? A swift and stupid death. Surrounded by people with only a bow, he can't even fight back. I'm getting terribly bored. Nestling, I can sense you're up to no good again. Stop calling me Nestling, really. How many times must I tell you that, Niluchi? To me, you will always be a Nestling. Nestling, you can tell me as many times you like, but I won't. You may be king now, but in my eyes, you'll never be more than the little nestling with eggshells stuck to your tail feathers. Oh, curses, senile old fool. Do they really come from eggs? Forget it. I don't really want to know Raven, like bird Lagoo's reproduction cycles. It's no. Hey, you. Yes, sir? We should take advantage of the confusion and help ourselves some cargo. These humans seem only interested in fighting their men. And they definitely haven't been killing all the crows I sent. If they can't be bothered to defend the treasure, I think it's fair to say they lost their claim. Right you are. Fight till you drop. We kill this, we'll be sharpening our black beaks in the mean. More birds to fight. Maybe one of those has something to drop. Something to steal. Alright, well we've got this on lockdown. Coin that drops for free. Coin we would have to steal if we want it. I mean, we can pull everyone back. The thing is, and I do know this, I'm very confident, as soon as we loot this chest, they will stop. Let me double check if killing... I don't think killing the boss actually ends the map. This is a... I mean, we can save and find out. I mean, it's fine. Let me put a save down. And if by some strange stretch this causes issues, then such it is. Yoink. This is why we want a strong Volk. It's possible Marcia would be promoted if she gets the kill. Astrid, are you? No, you're way too far away. Astrid, the archers and stuff, we're gonna focus on dealing with these guys. I think. I want everyone to start moving towards the birds. So, wait. I could have ordered blue units. No, order is like auto battle. I think. This would order my units, and then they would auto battle, do stupid stuff. I don't have a way of controlling the green units. That's not enough damage. Okay. He's got some defense. No, he doesn't have enough defense. I'm just gonna let Ike get some chip damage, because it's fine. Also, there might be boss convo. Ugh, you come this far. You ruined my plans and killed my men. By rights, the princess should have been long dead. What we agreed to do was to protect the cabin by going on the aggressive. But I can accomplish that mission if I crush you. Yeah. See, Ike learned the real trick. If there's no enemies left, they cannot win. You don't need to defend if you attack hard enough. Alright, 13. Maybe we get our first leveled promotion. Blast it all! How dare you lock me into a spot where I can't move or attack? Cursed crows and birds and bird horses and sword people. Oh man, my strategies were useless. Now I'm dead. Turned into a fine powder. Okay, she did not get a level up, but she's close. And the battle didn't end. I hope these guys don't just turn around or something. Okay, so I do need to make sure they don't accidentally win the map. I'm not sure if they officially try to go here, or if they just happen to land here, you get a game over. But, you know, let's not be silly. So let's see how far they can move. Ideally, it wouldn't be bad to have someone counter a little bit, if they will attack. Seems like they will attack. I'm annoyed that, like, you know, we've got some, what am I trying to say? We have to hold these green units. I can switch Jill back to Lagoo's guard, and she won't take hardly. She got 13 defense. They barely damage her, so maybe we just throw her out there, see what happens. It's kind of for fun, right? I mean, you know it. She's ready. She only joined us to fight birds, so I guess it's only fair. I don't think the birds will care about the north ship. I'm pretty sure they're aiming to go here, basically. Alright. Gatry, I don't really want them fighting you, although they don't do any damage to you, funnily enough. I guess having him counter one or two wouldn't even be that big a deal. Alright, I'll leave him here. And then the archers and mist and stuff will hide behind. Is there any healing necessary? Yeah, sure. Not sure what the birds will do. I don't know if they'll attack us, or ignore us, or steal from us, which is something they can do, I believe. I think I need to count this out. They've got 8 move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this tile is not safe. Alright. Should be fair. Yep. Good. So we're just gonna farm some XP off these bad birds. Maybe. Unless this ends it and then I need to not kill the boss. A battle. Tell me what you see, Janaf. It's a bit far off with no fog. Shouldn't be a problem, though. Middle ship, Bjork. You can see their crest. Serve the hated Benyon Empire. We hate Benyon. The other ships, I don't know who they belong to. Neither fly any fag. I see no more crests, but there's more Bjork. From their behavior, I would say that one side fights Benyon, while the other rushes to their aid. A battle between Bjorks? I don't even understand. Ulki, what are they saying? Just 1 minute, sir. Sonar activate. The Apostle is aboard Benyon's ship, and coming to her aid, soldiers of Crimea's princess. They appear to be mercenaries. And on the last ship, more soldiers. Not sure who they serve. Seems they had a contract of some sort with the Raven King. The Apostle? Well, that would explain the presence of these graceless Pegasus Knights. What are you talking about? What would you like to do, your majesty? More nobility everywhere we go. We got kings, we got princesses, we got princes. This is really just nobility emblem. The Apostle. This is a tempting opportunity. However, we're no scavengers feeding on other scraps. When we fight, it will be with honor. We're going back home. Do some scouting, report back anything you find. Yes, sir. She's got supervision and super hearing. Alright, ignoring me, ignoring me, ignoring me. Not too surprised. More reinforcements. So I think maybe we steal this coin, but I don't... Unless I really want to mess around. This one's probably gone. I mean, let me put a save down. I never know if I can trust these dang birds, you know? Are they going to just decide to kill me, you know? Okay, ideally, 1 kill for Astrid. I think maybe up this way. Do I even care? I don't care enough about the coins. That'll be our second dead coin. You know, that's fine. So we can do 19. Need a little bit of help. Nobody attacked Jill, even though she was prepared for racism. Sure, we'll set up for Astrid. Now, if I let one of the birds get to the treasure chest, one of them will loot it, and then the rest will immediately decide, well, that's all the loot, time to go, I think. Let's, you know, get a little bit of help here. You're out of here. If only we could get more than 100 XP. She'd probably be like level 8 by now. Probably get like 200 or 300 for each fight. Very nice level, though. I don't need to do any cheating. That's perfect for an archer. Now, she's not strictly an archer. She would like some defense eventually. But strength, speed, skill, very good for now. Alright. Rolf. Yeah, there's too many. Don't double. 24, not a kill. Interesting. Alright. Chip him down. It's also possible, depending on how the AI is coded, that if they can't find a path to the chest, they will also leave. Like, if you had a person on each spot around it, they might consider it invisible and then just either attack you or leave. We want them to move towards it without attacking us, right? Like, that is kind of the ideal. If only I had a dancer, you know, to give us extra attacks. Well, if this bird goes to here, Volk will be able to steal that coin after all. Astrid's gonna have a hard time chasing after them, I suppose. But I guess, you know, we can't get her to kill everything. There's other people that can get some kills. Like Kieran. Now, I don't know if I want to stand here, right? Because that might mess up their AI. So I think what I do is I block up the path just in case they're going for the objective. Marcia honestly might be more important. Just in case I need some chip damage to help Astrid out. I don't think she could have got in range this turn anyway. Okay. Anyone need a little bit of healing? Sure. Now, if they, oh, you can't heal over the... Of course, of course. Same rules as other ranged attacks, except also for healing. And it's fine. The fight does end on turn 10 no matter what we do. So I think we can probably kill these 3 birds and maybe those 2, but any other reinforcements, I don't know. Unless we literally have Marcia standing over here with Jill ready to kill them when they spawn, there's probably not much we can do. Most of these moves don't really matter, probably. Okay, good enough. Alright, they're just flying towards that chest. They even if they end next to an ally, they don't even attack. So they're definitely in passive mode. Very passive mode. Okay. So that means you are stealable. Yoink! And I don't suppose Astrid can make it. No. That's too bad. Would be nice to give her some more XP. I think... Thinking. What do I want to do? Rolf can get one. Maybe. Or at least chip one. If he had his +5 bow still, he could kill it. But, you know, 23 damage is still pretty good. I'll take it. And on the last turn, I will have Soth or Volk loot the chest. I mean, Gatry's here. I'm not even sure if I want to use him long term. He might just miss, but if he can get a good level up. The problem, as always, slow movement, low speed. You know, it's hard to really get a lot of value on these guys. But there are a few defense maps where just having a max defense unit is pretty awesome. It's just not very common, right? Mobility is usually king. I mean, there you go. It's everything except speed, pretty much. I'm not gonna change history for that. All right. Crack the skies. I guess it sort of makes sense they're weak to wind, but like lightning should work on birds, right? I don't know. Maybe they're not conductive to electricity. I mean, lightning should just work on everything. High voltage is also like heat damage and everything as well. Skill resistance? Sure. Not my favorite level, but I'm not resetting right now for these guys that are already doing really well. Sorin or Kieran. Kieran's about to get a level. He probably needs it more than Sorin does. In fact, I'm very confident he does. 13. Oh, he's not even going to double. While carrying a friend? Sure. This sets up. I suppose that's a thing. I hadn't generally considered it. Because rescuing drops your stats a fair amount, and usually it's, you know, bad for business. But it will stop you from doubling. And it... I don't know what else it'll do. It lowers your strength, or your speed and skill. So you're never going to double, or pretty much never. And you're probably not going to crit either. So maybe it's good for helping set up. Well, we perfectly exact numbers if we hit. Nice. Good job, Kieran. I don't know if he'd be happy, though. He had to team up with Oscar to get the kill. They do have a support, so they are giving each other some stats. Strength, speed, good enough for me. Alright, I do think, once again, it's important that there is a path here, just in case. I think I want Marsha to hit one and then move, because there's going to be reinforcements that only she can really get to. I don't even really want her to kill, but she's going to kill it. She's just that good. Maybe the javelin wouldn't have killed. I don't know. I mean, if you miss, sure. Javelin's like 2 less damage or something per hit. But hey, natural class change. Shouldn't really surprise anyone that Marsha gets it first. Being able to fly around with range 1-2 weapons just means they get to attack all the time, basically. And her good defense meant I could put her in good spots to take counterattacks. And now we bench her, because she doesn't get XP. No, I'm joking. But we don't favor her as much, because she's already promoted. And her stats are very good. Yeah, we'll go all the way to here. Yeah. Falcon Knight, So anything to talk about for our first class change? I guess we had missed class. I didn't really show that off. Well, we did. I showed her that. But yeah, she picks up swords. It's not the biggest thing. It might be nice to have a sword, just so that you can counter axes, but it's not a big difference, really. Sword lance is not the best combo. She does have a larger capacity, so if I give her an occult scroll, she will learn a unique Falcon Knight skill. I think it takes 20 capacity to equip those. She does get +1 movement, and all her stat caps have gone up, no longer limited by 20s. Although I think she'll hit her strength cap pretty soon. I think it's probably like 23 or 24. So Falcon Knights do have a fairly low physical strength limit, but she can get her skill and speed pretty high, and I think resistance goes up a lot too. So she's fine, totally good. And like I said, I would like Astrid to get 1 kill left if I can. Maybe Jill just injures a little bit, maybe sets up. 18 damage. Sure. I would say it's always gonna take a little bit of work for Jill to catch up to Marcia, because Marcia's got a lot of levels, or a lot of chapters ahead of Jill, and is usually easier to train up, just given the nature of the game getting harder as time goes on. All right, so this guy is gonna move. I don't think they're gonna attack, but you never know. I want to make sure Astrid's in range of wherever it moves. Missed. Honestly, we're barely taking any damage at all. We are kind of absolutely crushing it. Oh, Volk might be able to steal from that one, actually. Maybe. We might have to do some shove strats for him. Wish I could push him up a square, but maybe we can get him in range, depending on where the bird goes. Or if it, like, suicides or something, you know. It's I should still put someone on the escape tile just in case. I don't think it can attack from there, so it's like she's safe, but it could fly onto it if it had the movement to it. Alright, I think we're in a good spot. Perfect. That's exactly where I wanted it to be, honestly. And yeah, I think because we're almost done the map, I don't think you can kill these two without flyers, basically. I think. Can't steal his beak. Can steal his coin. Okay, we got 1 extra coin. We're gonna... I don't know if there's any way to get that one, because this turn it could move to, like, here. Next turn it would move to here on enemy phase, but that's the end of the battle. We only get this turn and next turn, but enemy phases... It needs 2 enemy phases to get close, basically. Astrid, though, this is certainly the one we want for you. We need to deal... nothing. It's already dead. It's only at 10. You need to not miss, is all I need to say, basically. And I am going to help you out a little bit. Make sure you get some stats, let's say. I'm not going to worry too much about which ones, but I don't want to see any of these +1 stat levels, you know? Not on my trainees that need a lot of investment to get cooking. Honestly, no. Those are, like, literally... 2 stats is under my threshold of average, and luck just doesn't really matter very often. It reduces enemy crit chance, so it's not useless, and it does give you a little bit of avoid and accuracy, I think, but I think it's like +1 hit and avoid, and then -1 enemy crit. Magic? 4 stats? Is that good enough? I don't know, right? Like, is that... Are we happy with stuff like that? It's 2 hours into the video, right? You don't mind me giving her a little bit of extra favoritism, right? I can BXB her probably 1 level after this, but this is like... Sure. 4 stats, including skill speed. She needs the strength, but maybe I'll BXB her a strength point. Basically, this fighting a lot of flyers is really good for her, obviously. And I think you can get her probably all the way to like level 9 or 10 if you're really efficient. Because she can get 100 XP per kill. And you can give her 1 kill every turn with a little bit of work. But optionally, you can have a bunch of bonus experience saved up and use that to get her like level 12 or 13 or something. And then once again, once you pass level 1 to 10, like she'll catch up with the group, probably. I mean, she does have really good speed growth right now, so it makes sense that she gets a lot of speed ups. Strength and defense are probably the things that are going to be lacking, so I might give her a little help on that. Anyway, I don't suppose we can murder one of these birds. Not instantly. I'm curious if they will... If they're blocked in by Marcia and Jill, will they attack? I don't know if I don't remember sending my 2 flyers over here like this. I'm not exactly sure how they react. I do know that if I loot that treasure chest, they leave. But I'm willing to do some science. Yeah, that's fine. Marcia's just too strong, but... I guess we'll see how much XP she gets at level 1 against a bird. It's probably like... I bet you she'll get like 20 or so. Kind of like what Titania would get at level 1 against a boss. Actually, 47. Dang, that's not bad at all. That's way more than I thought. Well, then I can just leave a path open anyway, I guess. I'm pretty sure I can loot that chest next turn, but let's save just in case. Yeah. But this is our last turn to input commands. Make sure you get your loot. Elf Fire? I don't even know if anyone can use it. D rank? We might have someone with D rank fire. Yeah. Actually, 5 weight. That's pretty good for her. I mean, it's, I think, almost always worse than Thunder. Like, I don't know why Fire is just straight up statistically worse than Thunder. Elf Thunder is 6 weight for 7 damage plus a bunch of crit. Elf Fire was 5 weight for 5 damage. At least Wind, you get like 1 more might than weight, and Thunder gives you more might than weight. But the Fires seem to be, I guess they're maybe more accurate than Thunder, but I don't know. It's because they're effective against beast animals. Sorry. Well, animals, but yeah, beast lipids. So I guess maybe the developers thought that would be really valuable. We don't even need to use racism to kill these guys. I know, we should. I mean, she actually is one way or the other. Critical hit. Whether she wields the lance or not, she is using it in spirit. Alright, Jill, here you go, buddy. Strength, skill, defense, yeah. Yeah, she'll need a little bit of speed at some point, but that's kind of why I gave her the speed wing, because she doesn't get great speed growth. And she's looking pretty good. I don't think I've given her a lot of... Well, I never remember for sure. I don't think I've given her a ton of... I could have equipped the Wyvern Band there, by the way. I did not need the Lagoose Guard, but... I don't think I've done a lot of level rigging. I mean, I do a little bit for everybody, but I don't feel like I've overly leveled her that way. Anyway, I think that's it. We have killed everything. Finally, there they are. I hope we'll find Empress Saniki safe and sound. Ladies, charge! Yeah, there's nothing left. I saw this coming, of course. You know, if they just paid me more, I would have been willing to lend a hand. Oh well, what do a few human lives matter? They're none of our concern. Technically, another dozen birds died today, though. We're done here. Let's go. Yes, sir. I guess he doesn't actually care about the bird people very much either. So, both sides. Well, that's it. Looks like the dust is starting to settle. Yeah, it looks like those crows took flight as soon as the Holy Guard arrived. Our other assailants also fled. Then our job here is done. The idea is you didn't have to kill everything. You could have just held the line for 10 turns, but I don't think it's if you can't kill the archer boss, you need to work on your Fire Emblem skills. And if you can't defend the boats from some birds as well, like, I don't know, get bows, son. I mean, you could have a level 1 Rolf, and that wouldn't help. But you should have a wind magic Soren, right? Come on. Anyway, what were those men doing? Yeah, I thought that was weird. They looked like pirates, but they didn't act like them. We did fight some yo-ho-ho, yar-har-har pirates earlier. They mostly had axes. These guys had, like, spears and mages and stuff, almost like soldiers. Not even interested in treasure. Who were they? Which country were they from? It's a mystery. Maybe if we took one alive, you know? Anyway, was this an attempt on the Apostle's life? It's possible. The Apostle is... It's a possible... She's a symbol of... I'm sorry. She's a... It's been 2 hours. A symbol of the Benyon Empire. The Apostle is its empress. If she were to perish... Look, is this a theocracy? An empire? A mageocracy? A noble... Like, is it like bureaucracy? Like, what is this kingdom? Empire? Theocracy? Like, who... I don't understand anymore. No wonder I was always confused as a kid. And the whole kingdom perishes if one girl dies? Really? She's holding it all together herself? The Apostle is missing. What do you mean? Oh, let's go find out. This business is becoming quite the headache. I'm sorry, ma'am. If I can offer my life in repentance. Oh, shut it. If you want to repent, find the Apostle. Yes, ma'am. Excuse me? Did we still miss her after all this? Oh, you're that mercenary. Excuse me, my men perfectly defended this boat. We killed everything, and only like one green guy died, even though we wanted to kill them all. As far as I know, we totally kept the entrance safe. From what I've been told, the Apostle slipped out of the cabin on her own. Oh, on her own. Well... Why would anyone called the Apostle do something as stupid as that? Ike and his great manners. Hey, Ike, watch your words. She's like the leader of an entire nation, like the biggest nation. It's all right, Dame Knight. I have more important matters on my mind. I hate to ask, but could I enlist your help in searching for her? Of course, you don't mind helping. Do you, Ike? It's fine. We'll search the enemy ship. You search your ship, just in case. I would appreciate it. Well, I'll do what I can, but I don't even know what I'm looking for. It's safe to assume she will be a woman of stature, a noblewoman of some sort. Maybe you shouldn't listen to Soren. Well, I suppose all I have to do is keep my eyes peeled for a stowaway, someone we don't know. That's pretty straightforward. We know every one of our crew, right? Alright, split up. It'll be faster if we search separately. Mist and I will go this side. Soren and I will search the rest. Plus, we have like 20 soldiers or something. Someone will find her. Soren, about what I said. Yes. The way you phrase things. I should apologize. Beep boop. I'm a computer, I know. No, don't apologize. You're just a machine. I know what you are. And it's been bothering you, hasn't it? No. Well, I don't take it personally. I'm no better, you know. I mean, except I'm not a computer. Your ability to speak plainly of things others won't is part of what makes you a computer. I don't love the favoritism for Soren's personality. I've just never been, it never really vibes with me. Others are too bound by courtesy. With you, I trust what you say is exactly what you think. So when you say racist things, that's exactly who you are. When you think, we should just let that person die, that's you. That is so true, man. You're such a true guy. You're always saying it like it is and basically not caring for the rest of the world at all. I love that about you, man. Oh, yeah, I like that about you too, Ike. Now, about that apostle. Oh, you found her? No, but I did find a child. What? There's another child on our ship? We already found one. She must be some aristocrat's daughter. Yeah, probably just slipped on from the Benyon ship. Yeah, totally just a child. It was a hectic battle, so she must have been frightened and hid herself in the confusion. It was at that moment he knew. Are you gonna help her? Nah, just throw her overboard. Alright, child. Yeet the child. I'm not giving you any free food. Hey, are you alright? I'm fine. Hey, don't be scared. I'm not gonna actually throw you overboard. Who might you be? You don't look like a Laguz. Maybe a new recruit? Actually, mercenary, hired by Princess Alincia. Ooh, the Crimean princess. Ow. Oh, did you stub your toe, little child? Let me see. Hold! Do not approach me! I told you not to. Ow! You're hurting me, you fool. Totally just an obnoxious child. Looks like the bone's not broken. Well, we better have Mist take a look at it. Alright, kid. We're going to the healer. Yoink! What are you doing? Just hush. Hold on. That's my sister. She can heal you. Are you trying to help me? Shouldn't you be doing something else? Yeah, I'm looking for some sort of apostle. But I think there's enough other people looking. I'll just help you. I see, faints. What is it? Oh, nothing. I accept your help. The harem grows. Look, she's really mature for her age. She's like thousands of years old in the body of a child or something. Maybe. Probably a dragon. Ike, any luck finding the apostle? No, I just found this lost child that broke her foot. Hey, what a cutie. Titania, you're not helping. Miss, you think you could heal this kid with your staff? Just bonk her a couple times? Yeah. Just the foot. Maybe her head. She's not talking right. Yeah, she's been mumbling complete gibberish since I picked her up. Yeah, she's got some damage. I kept silence, blaming these antics on your ignorance, but I can no longer tolerate your manners. What's wrong? Is your foot really acting up there, kiddo? Prepare yourselves, peasants! For what? You stand in the presence of Sanaki, Empress of Benyon. I am Apostle, the voice of the goddess. Oh, neat. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Nah, she's just a kid with... She's just lying. She's just a child. Ike doesn't believe her. No way, this does not compute. Hold your judgment. If she's lying, there'd be a reason, right? You ignorant peasants. Are you alright, Empress? Oh, hey there, Sigrun. Sigrun? No relation to Sigurd? My apologies. We were unable to reach you and left you in a terrible peril. I accept full responsibility. She's got some good armor, at least. You're late, Sigrun. What would have happened? What would you have done if something had happened to me? Please, Empress, I beg your forgiveness. It won't be necessary. I am perhaps partially to blame for what happened. Let's focus instead on our rescuers. As reward for rescuing me, I would like to invite them to visit our court. And be sure the one they serve, the girl who claims to be the Princess of Crimea, is invited as well. Princess Alincia's bodyguards, I presume. I am sorry for the trouble you've gotten to. You are? I beg your pardon. My name is Sigrun. I am commander of Benyon's Holy Guard. No word of thanks will ever repay for saving the Empress. Oh, wait, she is an Empress? So... Benyon's Empress. I can't say I believe it, but... Okay, beep boop. Adding file to database. Besides, how many people do you know that could command a legion of Pegasus Knights? Fair. The Empress has invited us to join her at Sienne, the capital of Benyon. I think we should go. Where is the princess? We should ask her permission before agreeing. She must be in the cabin. I'll take you down. No bonus XP, only if you leave some deployment slots. I mean, again, I barely used, what's her face? Ilyana, maybe Mia. I don't know who I deployed. There's probably a couple people you could cut out and get like 100 BXP if you want. A little bit is easy. getting hundreds and hundreds here, is it really, it's not really worth it, right? Because you'd have to send like 2 people to do the whole map, and then you'd lose everything anyway, so it's fine. Anyway, we need to end this episode. Another long one, but I do like that map. And hey, you know what? I got all the birds dead. I got all the treasures. Beat up on the boss a little bit. It was fun. I mean, I'm enjoying my group, and I feel like people are trading up pretty well. Sure, we're cheating a little bit, but generally speaking, the basic levels have been mostly okay, and the bad ones, we just forget about those a little bit and rewrite history every now and then, so our people turn out a little stronger. I told you it'd be a casual cheat and run, right? I'm not too worried about perfect, no manipulation Fire Emblem these days. I just want to have some fun, and if I end up with an overpowered Marcia, I'm just going to enjoy it. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you next time.